So here's another shit-posting opinion that probably should be instantly regarded, as well as me being an armchair, war general. So the news recently is that there's a whole lot of NATO countries sending tanks to Ukraine. You see, the only issue I have with this is not only is it going to cost the taxpayers, American taxpayers, a shitload of fucking money, but there's another problem. Ukrainians don't exactly have air superiority. So basically, what you're sending over to Ukraine is a whole bunch of expensive infantry fighting vehicles, main battle tanks, to be picked off by the Russian Air Force when they decide to get off their ass. So you see, as far as to my knowledge, and I could be totally ignorant here, it doesn't seem there's like a whole lot of air superiority going on, especially on the Ukrainian side. But I bet the Russians have a fuck ton more, Su 37 or no the ones called the Frogfoot and Sukhoi aircraft and MiGs than Ukrainians do. So when they do get these shipments of tanks, who's to say that the Russian air superiority won't just knock them out when they enter the field? Plus, there's a clip here I want to show you of the most scariest shit tank I've ever seen in my life called the Russian Terminator tank.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all.
Now, I'm not shitting on the Leopard 2 or the Leopard tank or the M1 Abrams or hell, even the Bradley IFV. I love those tanks. But tanks without proper air support won't exactly end well. And you don't have to be some West Point graduate or some kind of general to figure that out, because, things that goes and drop is bad for tanks. You can even look look at the Ukrainians and their shitty little quadcopters taking out BMP's tanks and disabling armored vehicles and shit. It's pretty bad because the Russians supposedly had all this anti-drone jamming shit that didn't work, and that's cost them quite a bit. So on the flip side of things, you have the Ukrainians just doing damage with these shitty little meat things. War is terrifying, horrible, and unfortunately entertaining at the same time. But to send these things maybe without some planes, not a good idea. And again, I'm coming off as totally ignorant here. I don't know. Maybe the Ukrainians do have air superiority, but something tells me that there's something that's weird about this whole conflict. Is no one's really reporting on the air wars and stuff, if there is any, or so it's kind of like covering anything about the Ukraine-Russia war. There's just big gaps in information, and I could be wrong. Maybe these Leopard tanks and Bradleys will melt the shit out of the Russian forces. I don't know. That could very well happen too. And by the way, to quote another content creator here, I don't really have a dog in this game. Only my opinion is this: the Ukrainians are corrupt assholes. The Russians have a totalitarian dictatorship, and either side is not really technically come off as like a good guy, bad guy thing, but that's war for you. But then again, the Russians, aren't costing us billions of dollars in materials, and yeah, I'll just leave that there. But and yes, it does suck that Ukraine is being invaded by Russians, but at the same time, Everyone looks to the United States just to be their arms factories, and it's going to cost us blood and treasure. Hopefully, it'll just cost us treasure, and hopefully, we won't have to send anyone over there because that'd be, I don't know, my opinion, pretty fucking stupid. But then again, who knows what the future has in store? Maybe there will be tactical nukes. Hopefully, fucking not. But if shit gets too crazy over there, I don't know. Could get pretty interesting to say the least. But yeah, to wrap this up, sending a whole shitload of tanks over there without proper air cover is just kind of a bad idea, especially when you have insert picture of Russian alligator helicopter, the double rotor thing that has help like guided missiles and auto cannons that can easily do the job too. So there's like a myriad of problems with this than just sending tanks. Yeah, sure. Maybe the Ukrainians have some man pads, which is like an AA missile. They shoulder fired bullshit to cover the tanks. Hopefully, but this could be very, very bad. Anyways, that's just my shit take on it. See you next time.